Breaking on 4 News now, the Freeman High School shooter will be resentenced. Why his original 40-year sentence is unconstitutional.
Labor Day weekend is almost here, and so is the heat. I'll show you if our high temperatures will impact your holiday plans.
And a push to move the University of Idaho murders trial out of Moscow. We're live with why the defense says the case should be moved to Boise. You're watching 4 News now at 6. We begin with breaking news tonight. Both the defense and prosecution agreed that the Freeman High School shooter be resentenced and have an opportunity to spend less time behind bars. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. Caleb Sharp was 15 years old when he opened fire at Freeman High School, killing one classmate and injuring 3 others. Marissa Rio joins us live from the courthouse now and has the reason why.
Thank you, Derek and Kirsten. Caleb Sharp was originally sentenced to 40 years to life, but in an opinion filed in April by the Washington Court of Appeals, it was said that that sentence was unconstitutional due to Caleb Sharp's age at the time that the crime was committed. It was agreed today that that sentence need to be reduced to 25 years to life. Caleb Sharp entered today's courtroom wearing a yellow jail-issued jumpsuit. He didn't speak, and he remained emotionless. The court hearing was short, with a few of the victims' families in attendance. The resentencing means Caleb Sharp would serve a minimum of 25 years in prison before becoming eligible to be considered for parole. He could still serve a maximum of life in prison. The judge asked both parties if they expected to have anyone speak at the resentencing date, specifically any of the victims' families.
We have reached out to them and let them know that the state's position would be that they would have the opportunity to speak. I know that Ms. Strahan herself would like to speak. I know that a couple others have expressed the desire to do so as well.
Sharp's attorney said they also expect to have people send in statements vouching for Sharp's good behavior while serving his time in prison. The judge said a date for resentencing will be set at a later time. We will continue to update you with any new information on air or on our website at KXLY.com. Live in Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Well, the fate of where the murder trial of the 4 University of Idaho students should be held is now in the hands of the judge.
For months, Bryan Kohberger's attorneys have been saying an impartial jury cannot be found in Latah County. Kohberger is accused of killing Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, and Kaylee Gonsalves back in November of 2022. Jordan Smith is live outside of the Latah County Courthouse tonight and breaks down both sides of those arguments on why the case should or should not be moved to Boise.
Yeah, well, if there was one point that Kohberger's defense team wanted to drive home today, it was that the excessive media coverage surrounding this case has poisoned the prospective jurors here in Latah County. The defense says that Latah County has received more coverage of this case than any other county in the state of Idaho. And they argue this overload of media coverage has corrupted prospective jurors to presume Kohberger to be guilty before the trial even begins.
And the right to a fair trial cannot happen in Latah County. There is way too much media coverage. It is biased media coverage. It has impacted the potential juror, and it causes bias in the potential juror.
How it works.
Now, the prosecution, on the other hand, said that there has been media coverage of this everywhere. Boise is not an exception, and traveling 300 miles to Ada County won't change this variable in the case.
The fact is, Your Honor, this case has media coverage everywhere. That is something that was acknowledged by the defense, and that is something that is abundantly clear in these surveys.
And the state also said it's not exactly easy to move this trial 300 miles south. There's factoring in housing for the prosecution, the defense, jurors, witnesses, and of course transporting all of this evidence down to Boise as well for a 3-month trial. Now, in the end today, Judge John Judge did not make a decision one way or the other. In fact, he closed today's hearing saying that this is probably the most difficult decision he's ever had to make in his career. We'll be keeping an eye on this closely in the coming days here when that decision does come down the line, and we'll keep you updated on KXLY Plus and our website, KXLY.com. For now, reporting live outside the courthouse tonight, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Jordan. We stream the entire hearing on the KXLY Plus app. To not miss a moment of any of these public hearings, download the app on your connected TVs, stream them on your phone using the KXLY Plus app.
Well, say goodbye to the cooler weather because our team of weather experts are tracking a major warm-up on the way ahead of this holiday weekend.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker's here in the First Alert Weather Center to see just how hot these temperatures are going to get, Chris.
Well, we are headed back in the 90s for the first time in more than a week. We've had a little bit of a cool spell for a while, but Saturday, Sunday, and Labor Day Monday, expecting temperatures in the 90s. Overnight lows, however, with the long nights, will cool down nicely. We'll still be in the mid-50s to around 60 degrees for morning lows. Heat advisory, however, is in effect for almost the entire inland Northwest, stopped short of getting into western Montana, but all of North Idaho, the Northeast Mountains, the Okanagan Valley, as well as the Columbia Basin and the Idaho and Washington Palouse, all under that heat advisory for Saturday through Monday. Great weather to get out and enjoy some fresh air and some camping. And I just want to talk a little bit about that fresh air as you make your holiday plans, because we've had some smoky Labor Day weekends. This is the view of the LC Valley right now, where it's been a little bit hazy for the past several weeks, and nice to see some clearing there. You're about as close to the problems that we're going to see this weekend as you're going to get. We're in the moderate range in the LC Valley right now for our air quality, but good for most of the rest of the region. But you will notice, and something we're watching, some of the fires burning down around the Boise area as we go through Friday and into the weekend. That smoke will work its way to the north, but it looks like it is going to be staying just south of Lewiston, Grangeville, and we may see a little more haze from time to time, but air quality should still stay in either the good or moderate range, even closer to that fire in the LC Valley. Your Friday planner, in the meantime, 47 to start the day, another very crisp start, heading up to a high of 88 degrees, blue skies, sunshine, and light winds. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast. Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. A motorcyclist is dead following a crash in East Spokane. The Spokane Police Department says the motorcyclist crashed into a car near Sprague and Freya. The driver of that car did not suffer any injuries. As of right now, investigators have not released the name of the motorcyclist.
In North Idaho news, the town of Clark Fork no longer has to boil water before using it. The Bonner County Sheriff's Office issued that boil water advisory on Tuesday. It still has not said what started the problem.
The intersection of Highway 41 and Prairie Avenue is back open following a crash. According to investigators, a head-on crash caused a natural gas leak there. All right, summer may be coming to an end, but the risk of wildfire still remains.
Meteorologist Matt Gray explains which areas will be drying out the most over the holiday weekend, coming up in about 30 minutes.
Plus, Pig Out in the Park is now in full swing. We'll take you to Riverfront Park to give you a preview of some of the tasty morsels and introduce you to one vendor who looks forward to this festival every single year. That's next on 4 News Now at 6.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Save your greed! It's our Labor Day sales event happening all month long, where you'll save up to $14,000 off MSRP on a new GMC Sierra 1500. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, you'll find money answers for budgeters in their ramen era. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Life, diabetes, there's no slowing down. Each day is a unique blend of people to see and things to do. That's why you choose Glucerna to help manage blood sugar response. Uniquely designed with Carb Steady. Glucerna, bring on the day.
With Flonase, allergies don't have to be scary. Spraying Flonase daily gives you long-lasting, non-drowsy relief. Psst, psst. Flonase, all good.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
What makes Hospice of Spokane unique is their level of dedication to the patient.
That's our goal, is patients and their families and their needs.
Your team feels like our team. That's how much we know you care about making sure patients and families get what they need.
We go, I feel like, above and beyond for the hospice patients to make that last journey of life comfortable.
It's our Labor Day sales event happening all month. Save up to $8,000 off plus 5.9% APR on a Sierra 2500 HD. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
All right, here is a live look at Riverfront Park, where right now foodies of all ages are chowing down at Pig Out in the Park.
Yeah, our Alexander Konyartz is one of those foodies who stopped by the festival and shares some of the good eats you can expect at this year's Pig Out in the Park.
It's day 2 of Pig Out in the Park, and for one vendor who has been coming here since this festival started 43 years ago, he tells me that from all of the food festivals he's been to, this one remains his favorite.
It's like part of my life. I can't just let it go.
Kareem Azar was at Pig Out when the festival first started 43 years ago. Back then, it was just a couple of booths. Now, it has turned into this.
You don't have to worry about anything, just get yourself down.
For the Azars, Pig Out has become more than just a food and music festival. It's a family tradition.
It's great. It's like Pig Out is like a part of our family history.
Azar has 5 kids. He says no matter where they are in the world, they always come back for Pig Out.
In this part of the year, they all come here to join the celebration of the Pig Out.
With 275 food menu items, it's hard to not find something you like at Pig Out. The event runs from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily at Riverfront Park till September 2nd. It has 65 food booths, 150 concerts, and 5 beer gardens. And admissions is free. To top things off, Pig Out offers food for discounted prices from 3 to 5 p.m. and 8 to 10 p.m. And as for what makes it so special, its atmosphere.
Everybody's laughing here, every smiley faces. You don't have anybody, like, it's life, you know?
In Spokane, Alexandra Konyartz, 4 News Now.
Oh, he's definitely a staple.
Yeah, he's making me want to
sure.
go back. That's great.
Well, for many, Labor Day weekend is the unofficial end of summer.
Many families over the holiday weekend will try to sneak in one last road trip, and that means you can expect more cars on the road than usual, especially on the passes. So take a look at this chart from the Washington Department of Transportation. The department says there will likely be about average traffic on Snoqualmie Pass tomorrow, but the same cannot be said if you're driving back on Tuesday, with the department predicting moderate to heavy traffic on the pass around lunchtime, with traffic peaking right around 11 o'clock.
If you're hitting the road for Labor Day weekend, you can expect to pay less at the pump this year compared to last year. Around this time last year, a regular gallon of gas cost around $4.78 a gallon. This year, it's almost $1 less at $3.80. In Kootenai County, it was around $4.10 a gallon last year. Now you can expect to pay around $3.42 a gallon. Well, ahead of the start of the busy travel weekend, United Airlines is bracing for a potential strike.
Yeah, crew members saying they're underpaid and they're demanding change. ABC's Rhiannon Alley explains what the airlines need to do to prevent that strike.
99.99% voted yes to authorize a strike.
Turbulence at United Airlines. Flight attendants voting overwhelmingly to authorize a strike. United recently announced profits are up more than 20%. Workers are demanding a share of some of those gains.
We have been in 3 years of negotiations with very minimal progress from a corporation that is making billions on the backs of their frontline workers.
United's 28,000 flight attendants have been in mediation with the company for months. They want a double-digit pay raise.
We have some people living in cars. It's time to fix that.
The median pay for flight attendants is just over $68,000, but a first-year worker can expect as little as $23,000 to $32,000, depending on the airline. Some say they're struggling to feed their families, and they say their jobs are only getting harder with more unruly passengers in recent years. Crew members from various airlines have been seen breaking up brawls or enduring physical violence themselves. United Airlines says we remain eager to reach an agreement. To be clear, there is no work stoppage or labor disruption. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Well, the union says if no deal is reached, the earliest a strike could happen is toward the end of this year.
Big weekend for camping, and a fabulous spot is the Lost Moose Campground. It's near Cataldo, little off the grid, and that's the way a lot of campers like it. But the sunshine will reach you. 91 and sunny Saturday, 94 and mostly sunny on Sunday. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. The 4 News Now First Alert Weather app. Download or update it today.
Are your windows and doors costing you money and lost energy efficiency? Northwest Window and Door is the solution. Our Marvin Windows and Doors will save you money while updating the look of your home. Our skilled team of experts are the best in the business. Visit us online today at nwwindow.com to set up a no-pressure consultation with one of our friendly, knowledgeable sales associates and get the energy savings of Marvin Windows and Doors.
Global Credit Union serves the men and women of our armed forces stationed around the world. We're proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Friday.
RED stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are inviting you to wear red on Fridays too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces.
Tell them and their families thank you for their service and for protecting our future. Stop by any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
R&R RV just wrapped up a fantastic summer sale at the Spokane Fairgrounds with America's favorite brands. You know what that means? Fresh, used inventory. From travel trailers to fifth wheels, camper vans to diesel pushers, R&R RV has the pre-owned RV you've been waiting for. Take advantage of show pricing on these amazing fresh trade-ins. Don't miss it. Visit R&R RV today in Liberty Lake, North Spokane, or North Lewiston. Online at rnrrv.com. Eastern Washington's largest RV dealer.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years. And during the Labor Day sales event, we're offering great trade-in values. Plus, every vehicle sold comes with a 1-year, 15,000-mile maintenance plan. And if you're looking for a new truck, SUV, or Camry, Toyota's got new inventory rolling in every day with great financing options. So you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
Get ready for Football Friday when College Game Day comes early to GMA. It's going to be a party in Texas with the Texas A&M Yell Leaders hyping you up Labor Day weekend. Plus, dads, daughters, and football. What could be better than that? It's Football Friday tomorrow on GMA.
All right, if you're eating, maybe just put down your dinner for a minute here. Inspectors found bugs and mold at a Boar's Head plant in Virginia that's been linked to a massive deli meat recall. According to a report from the USDA, safety inspections show 69 non-compliances at that plant within the past year. A spokesperson for Boar's Head says food safety is a priority and the company regrets the impact of the recall. In late July, Boar's Head recalled 7 million pounds of deli meat products due to concerns about listeria contamination. The CDC says the outbreak has hospitalized 57 people in 18 states and has killed at least 9 people.
Well, get ready for the return of the 90s as we head into Labor Day weekend. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is here, and it's going to be one of the hottest Labor Day weekends we've had for a while.
Yeah, hot, and I can't get over, and I keep not wanting to jinx us, but the bright blue skies. We're breathing in fresh air, and it's going to be a gorgeous weekend. Beautiful evening in progress right now, but it is going to cool down quickly with those clear skies, light winds. very dry air. It's 78 right now in Spokane. I know it's busy at Pig Out in the Park right now. This is a fantastic evening to be in the park. Right now in Coeur d'Alene, it's 76 degrees and sunny. I bet there'll be a lot more cars on I-90 on the Veterans Memorial Bridge this time tomorrow. Everybody heading to the lake and the woods, and it is going to be a crisp start to the day on Friday. Here are 4 things to know about your weather, but then we warm up very rapidly. The one thing about dry air, it cools down very efficiently, but it also warms up very efficiently. So we get these tremendous spreads in our overnight low to our daytime high. We'll have lots of sunshine through the weekend, and it is going to be hot. As I showed you earlier, there is a heat advisory for Saturday all the way through Monday. Tomorrow, hour by hour, 47 degrees to start the day. You'll notice the winds don't budge throughout the day. It is going to be very calm. 66 by 10 o'clock. Will be 80 by 1 with blue skies, sunshine, not a cloud in the sky, and a high of 88 degrees. May see a little haze on the horizon, but air quality should stay in the good range. Around the region tomorrow morning, concerns about frost, you can put that in the back burner, gardeners, for a while. We will make a very big deal about it when we get back into that danger zone. I know we've got a lot of plants still to grow. 45 in Colville, 45 tomorrow morning in Sandpoint, as well as Moscow and Pullman, right around the Spokane area. May get down into the 30s in Deer Park, but we'll be in the 40s and even 50s in many locations. It's going to be hoodie weather still if you get up real early, but not for long. Tie it around your waist as we head into the mid to upper 80s and even 90s. 89 in both Meade and 9 Mile. Will be 91 in Grand Coulee and Omak, and 96 in Lewiston. A lot more 90s for the weekend as we peak our warming trend on Sunday at 95 in Spokane. Cool down to 85 Tuesday. This is our average high, still well above average, and we start warming back up again. The 8 to 14 day forecast taking us into mid-September shows us in the scarlet, deep dark red, very strong signal of above average temperatures for that time period. Only thing we are tracking, and we'll hear more about this in the next half hour, is on Monday, Labor Day, potentially some changes coming with some gusty winds, a slight chance of showers, and some fire weather concerns, which we will be addressing in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Former President Donald Trump charged again, facing a superseding federal indictment over his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election.
The special counsel adjusting the evidence in this updated case with the Supreme Court's recent presidential immunity ruling in mind. Trump calling this new filing a hoax. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest from Washington, D.C.
Special counsel Jack Smith charging former President Trump again in a superseding indictment in his federal election interference case. Smith navigating around the Supreme Court's recent ruling that granted broad presidential immunity. The special counsel keeping the same 4 counts against Trump, including conspiracy to defraud the United States, to obstruct the certification of electoral votes, and conspiracy against the right to vote and to have one's vote counted. So what's different? These charges now only relate to alleged actions Trump took as a private citizen and political candidate rather than a sitting president. For example, the new indictment flatly states that Trump had no official responsibilities related to the certification proceeding, but he did have a personal interest as a candidate in being named the winner of the election.
These modifications were done to ensure that the Supreme Court's ruling was respected.
Trump calling the new indictment a direct assault on democracy.
Looks like Jack Smith doing more what he does, which is filing these absurd lawsuits in an effort to influence the election.
The superseding indictment came as Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson discussed the Supreme Court decision, reiterating her dissent that the court had gone too far.
I was concerned about a system that appeared to provide immunity for one individual under one set of circumstances, when we have a criminal justice system that had ordinarily treated everyone the same.
Trump has denied any wrongdoing, calling for this case to be thrown out. Either way, it appears unlikely this case or any other he faces will go to trial before the election on November 5th. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Well, still ahead, teens are still struggling with their mental health as a result of the pandemic. Find out what percentage of young girls say they feel depressed. Next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Allie S. asks, how many devices can my Wi-Fi handle?
That's an easy one, Allie. The average home has more devices than ever.
But our gateways are engineered to handle hundreds.
So not only will they work today,
they'll also work tomorrow.
That's our new intern.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Power all your devices with fast, reliable Xfinity Internet for just $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Xfinity, bring on the good stuff.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2024 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon. Plus, 97% of Outback vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. The 2024 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Drive new Outback models with 0% APR during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at AutoNation Subaru.
This summer, don't sweat it. Bill's Heating and AC has you covered with the best prices on air conditioners and heat pumps. Guaranteed. With over 3,000 5-star reviews, we're the locally owned company you can trust. Our expert technicians provide fast, reliable service to ensure your home stays comfortable all season long. And should you ever have an issue, we're open 7 days a week to provide immediate help. So what are you waiting for? Call Bill's Heating and AC for your free quote today.
Are you struggling to get through the day? Are you experiencing chronic pain, burning, numbness, and tingling in your hands or feet? Pay attention, because you are probably experiencing peripheral neuropathy. The most common symptoms are numbness, burning, muscle cramps, and problems with balance. Neuropathy is treatable, and our office can help. It's time to get real results. Pick up your phone and call us right now. If you're one of the first 25 callers, you'll receive a free nerve damage screening. This nerve damage screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious nerve damage and if you're qualified for our cutting-edge treatment program to stop the nerve damage. Don't wait until it's too late and your symptoms get so bad that you lose your freedom and are restricted to a wheelchair, walker, or need amputation. Call now to be one of the first 25 callers to receive a free nerve damage screening. Hurry, call now to find out if you qualify for our free nerve damage screening and see how we can change your life. It's time to feel better. Call today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ironstone Furniture and Fire.
Welcome back. Around the nation, despite some recent improvements, mental health challenges continue to weigh heavily on teens since the COVID-19 pandemic.
And young girls are especially affected. CNN's Julia Vargas Jones explains how the second largest school district is stepping up to address this ongoing crisis.
Hi, welcome. If you could please take off your shoes.
No shoes, no phones, and no desks. Instead, this classroom has Tibetan singing bowls, salt lamps, and floor pillows.
I'm one of the psychiatric social workers of the school. Breathe in.
Here, high schoolers learn to identify anxiety and depression and skills to cope with it. According to the CDC's latest Youth Risk Behavior Survey, 40% of high school students surveyed report feeling persistently sad or hopeless in 2023. That's down slightly from 42% in 2021, but still about 10 percentage points higher than it was in 2013. For teen girls, the issue is even more pronounced. 53% say they felt persistently sad or hopeless, compared to 28% of boys.
We made decisions, tough decisions, that prioritized the protection, the safety, the well-being of kids.
The Los Angeles Unified School District has brought in more than 800 mental health professionals to work with its roughly 430,000 students.
We never learned how to just take a moment to, think about things, meditate, things that could help us to just take a pause.
A tool students say is already helping them cope with the stresses of academic performance.
I never really get the chance at school to fully relax myself, and I think this is a perfect place to kind of do it.
Julia Vargas Jones, Los Angeles.
I think we need to do that in the newsroom.
Right? I'm down.
Well, we have much more coming up tonight at 6:30.
Including if Washington State University will be expanding beer sales inside of Martin Stadium ahead of the start of the new season. We also hear from the Cougs about their season opener against Portland State, why they can't take the Vikings lightly.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, you'll find money answers for outdoor concert lovers. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Man, I can take real good care of you. See? Works perfectly for you, right?
At Craig Swap & Associates, we don't get paid until you win.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
Stay ahead of your moderate to severe eczema and show off clearer skin and less itch with Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists that helps heal your skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
In Comes Company, the smash hit Broadway musical. Winner of 5 Tony Awards, including Best Revival of a Musical. Company is a hilarious musical masterpiece about life, love, and good company. Critics give it 5 stars, saying yes. It's really that good. Playing September 11th through 15th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader. The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
The new Gary Coleman documentary.
What you talking about, Willis?
Next Inside Edition. He died broke and under mysterious circumstances. Now, the strange death of his co-star, Dana Plato. How she ended up in a trailer park. Then, the world's sexiest golfer, Paige Spiranak, returns to tournament play. Oh. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
A Latah County judge will soon decide if the Moscow murders trial should be moved to Ada County. For hours today, the defense for Bryan Kohberger laid out their case to leave Moscow.
Yeah, his lawyers putting 5 experts on the stand, each of them basically saying they believe excessive media coverage has corrupted the prospective jury pool. One of the experts showed that Latah County received the highest amount of news coverage of this case than any county in the state. Their next witness was a local psychologist who argued jurors struggle to be objective when there's excessive media coverage.
The amount of coverage is a huge amount of coverage. The kind of coverage is prejudicial coverage, and it's had an impact on the Latah County potential juror. The court can see
It's saying there's been extensive media coverage across the state, and Boise is not an outlier. The judge saying he will take a few days to think about this decision, saying this is probably the most difficult decision he's had to make in his career. Spokane Regional Emergency Communications provides 911 calls to most of the county. It does so for the Spokane Fire Department, but city employees handle dispatch calls for city police.
And earlier this year, the SREC board said the city needed to be all in or all out. Well, over the weekend, the mayor sent a list of recommendations and concerns it wanted the board to address before the city decided to move forward with this regional approach. And today, the board met to discuss that list. The board agreed with recommendations regarding enhanced transparency and collaboration, but it could not come to an agreement on the suggestion that it eliminate user fees, saying that if it did,
we would potentially incur debt to fund some of those future needs at the overall expense of our taxpayer, costing them more to achieve the desired service levels. And so right now, the only way to achieve it would be to reduce service levels.
And here's the city's response to that.
Based on our analysis and based on the analysis of the expert report, the expenditures could be covered by tax revenue alone. So it's our perspective that we really need to critically evaluate those user fees and make sure that we're properly stewarding limited taxpayer dollars.
Moving forward, the board agreed it would create a transition committee for further discussions with the city, and it also requested county commissioners provide 2 representatives to that group. The SREC board expects to send a formal response to the city's suggestions sometime next week. The city says it's hopeful it'll be able to move forward with SREC, but will have a blueprint laid out if it needs to go about this on their own.
All right, let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your Labor Day forecast.
Well, get used to bright blue skies like we've had today in Spokane. Things are looking good heading into our summer last hurrah. It is going to feel like summer, maybe not tomorrow morning. We've got a cool morning ahead, but then we are heating up for the weekend. There is a heat advisory from Saturday through Monday, basically the Labor Day weekend, for the entire area. It does stop short of moving into western Montana, but it is going to be hot throughout eastern Washington and North Idaho. Our high temperature trend over the next 5 days, we go from 88 tomorrow to 95 on Sunday. That's where our warming trend peaks. We start to moderate a little bit. This white line is our average high, and on Monday, a little bit of a cool down. Your Friday planner, meanwhile, 47 degrees to start the day. Plenty cool. We're heading up to a high of 88. 80 is our average high. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. And along with those hot temperatures Chris was just talking about comes the risk of wildfires.
Yeah, by Labor Day, fire danger in the inland Northwest could be the highest it's been in weeks. Meteorologist Matt Gray is pinpointing where we'll see the driest conditions.
And we have really gotten ourselves a break over the past 3 weeks. The weather in the inland Northwest definitely not as difficult for firefighters compared to all the hot weather that we saw in July. In Spokane, there has only been one 90-degree day since August 10th. That was almost 3 weeks ago. But as we turn the calendar over to September, this holiday weekend, temperatures are going to be rising. Chris just showed you this, but I've put the records here in these orange dots. And it shows you we're going to be kind of just below, only a few degrees below our records by the time we get to Sunday, and our fire danger is going to be rising along with those temperatures. Now, I've spent the day looking at forecasts that are used by firefighters and fire managers to determine where will be the most at risk for wildfires this weekend. So these forecasts, they take into effect how the trees, the grass, the shrubs respond to temperature and humidity. They all pretty much look like what you see on your screen. The last 3 weeks, you can see how things have been going downward on this line. That's helped with the cool weather, with the rain, with things like that. It's helped vegetation either regain moisture or at least not lose much more moisture than they did throughout the month of July. However, this warm up is going to swing this trend in the wrong direction over the next several days. That's the blue line. The forecast here heading back up, getting drier, things getting more volatile and easier to burn. Now, here's where we're going to see the driest conditions and the highest threat for fires that could get out of hand quickly over the weekend. In Idaho, pretty much everywhere south of I-90 is going to become extremely dry by Monday, especially with near triple-digit temperatures at a few places, while the northern panhandle is going to be a lot more resilient thanks to recent rain and much cooler weather over the past week or so. In Washington, the Blue Mountains will be the driest, followed by our mountainous regions in northeastern Washington. Now, as the heat breaks later in the weekend, this is where things get more interesting. Winds are going to start to pick up. That could further complicate our fire weather conditions. We have seen this time and time again as we transition from summer to fall. It's the heat followed by a storm system that brings us gusty winds ahead of that cooler air, and often that's when we see the most aggressive wildfire behavior. At this point, Monday at least has a chance to be one of those fire weather days. That is why it's important we're all proactive to prevent fires and stay safe as we enjoy this holiday weekend.
Great advice. Thank you, Matt. Well, a man is facing charges for seriously injuring a man in the Garland district earlier this month. The attack happened near West Garland Avenue and North Post Street on the 15th. The Spokane Police Department says 48-year-old Johnny Witherspoon attacked the victim and left him unresponsive with a serious head injury. Witherspoon now faces first-degree assault charges. Spokane City Council is looking for ways to help the Spokane community come back from COVID.
They have until the end of the year to use allocated federal funding from the American Rescue Plan. The Youth Sports and Activities Grant is designed to help after-school organizations welcome in a community of kids regardless of their family income. Mary Sheridan tells us more about the goal of this new initiative.
We see absenteeism as a major problem at schools today. Oftentimes in my class, as a teacher teaching first period, 10th grade, half of my class will be gone in the morning.
City Council member Zach Sapone can say firsthand that his classroom dynamic has changed.
And that chronic absenteeism has shot through the roof since COVID.
But the City Council is addressing this with federal funding from the American Rescue Plan. The City of Spokane has until the end of the year to give this money to causes that need it most. Areas of Spokane still hurting from COVID. After-school programs like the Boys and Girls Clubs of Spokane County say they've had to navigate rising expenses and a heightened demand for services in recent years. They said, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Spokane County are dedicated to providing inclusive programs and services to families in our community. Opportunities like the Youth Sports and Activity Grant make programs even more accessible to learn, have fun, and thrive. Until September 21st, after-school organizations or recreational sports can apply for a $50,000 grant to bring their itineraries to kids from lower-income families.
These are types of programs that are giving kids opportunities to re-engage and do this in a way that's not necessarily clinical with a therapist day to day, but really creates a peer group type of support group, because we know that kids are more successful when they have feel like they belong.
And Zapone also told me it's important to address these problems now to better Spokane's future community and workforce. Reporting in Spokane, I'm Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Well, college football has kicked off across the country, including right here in the Inland Northwest.
Yeah, Eastern Washington is holding its season opener right now.
Yeah, a clean slate. So much hope for all the teams starting across the country. We'll see if the Eagles can take a step in the right direction here. An update from their game against Monmouth next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Come get ready with me to tape the Kelly Clarkson Show. My team is here for all the magic. This is Harry and Potter.
This fall, watch Kelly at a new time.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better and to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
At Findlay, downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years. Our lots are packed full of every make and model.
Plus, every vehicle sold comes with a 1-year, 15,000-mile maintenance plan,
making it a great time to visit Findlay.
Hard water damage makes it hard to keep your home looking picture perfect. Culligan softeners reduce buildup and cleaning time, transforming your water into the fine art of a long-lasting clean. Culligan, water you love.
Labor Day is finally here. It's our biggest savings event of the year, and you'll find huge savings on our newest fall arrivals for every room in your home. During the Labor Day event, you'll get a full 60 months to pay with absolutely no interest and no money down. Or for cash purchases, we'll subtract the tax. Join us this Labor Day weekend with special hours Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Hurry into your local More Furniture showroom for the best selection.
We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication. As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are encouraging you to once again wear red on Fridays.
Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us the freedom we enjoy every day as Americans. Stop into any Global brand to pick up a red pin and show your support.
And then wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
This week on Svengoolie.
The Colossal Man is loose in Los Angeles.
No, it's Colossal Beast.
Tremendous, gigantic, colossal.
Get the picture?
It's War of the Colossal Beast.
Get the picture?
Saturday night at 8 on MeTV 4.2.
A college football returns to the Palouse this weekend with the Cougs taking on Portland State this Saturday. And for most people attending the game, don't expect to be able to drink inside of Martin Stadium anytime soon. Alcohol is currently only offered in the club and suite levels of the stadium.
And we reached out to WSU to see if any progress has been made in making beer available at the general concession stands. The school is saying it won't be expanding the service this year. WSU spokesperson Phil Weiler said it's planning to sell alcohol at the locations that have traditionally sold adult beverages, such as the Hollingberry Fieldhouse, which opens for pregame festivities. WSU first asked the State Liquor and Cannabis Board about expanding beer sales back in 2016.
I have a feeling we'll be continuing to ask that question for years to come. Well, the Cougs don't kick off until Saturday, but Eastern Washington season is already underway.
Yeah, Eagles hosting Monmouth in their season opener tonight out in Cheney.
Yeah, they were favored going into this game, and I mean, so far so good. As we take a look at the score, Eagles lead 14-7 after the first quarter. Eagles quarterback Kekoa Visperas was a perfect 9 for 9 with over 100 yards in that first quarter. That's pretty darn good. We'll have highlights of this one for you tonight at 11 o'clock. And Washington State welcomes in Portland State for the season opener on Saturday. Now, the Cougs won the last meeting back in 2021, but both of these teams are completely different now. Jake Dickert is entering his third season as head coach of the Cougars, and he's had some pretty successful starts to each season. Dickert hasn't lost a season opener during his time in Pullman, and he's hoping to keep that streak alive by shortening the practices this week so the Cougars can be sharp on game day.
If I got to get them motivated for game one, I mean, you know, what are we doing here? So I think it's our guys being focused, being ready to play, and you've worked so long since January 1st to get to this moment. Go out there and you know, obviously deliver your best.
And kickoff is at noon on Saturday in Pullman. We will be there with coverage here on 4 News Now. Now, the Cougars will run into a familiar face next month. Former Coug Emmett Brown was named the starting quarterback for San Jose State. Brown did not appear in a game during his only season there at WSU last year, but the Cougs, they'll host Brown and the Spartans on September 20th. A little bit of a blast from the past. Now, Idaho revealed their new jerseys for the season opener against Oregon. The Vandals are hoping to bring an ice storm to Eugene with the all-white threads. Idaho kicks off against the number 3 ranked Ducks at 4:30 on Saturday. And the Spokane Velocity have been living out of a suitcase this month. The team has spent most of August on the road, and it continued tonight against the Richmond Kickers. Now, it's the final match of group play in the USL Jägermeister Cup. Spokane would need a scoring onslaught to even have a chance at advancing to the knockout stage. To the 46th minute, Velocity trailing 2-0. Azriel Gonzalez signed with Spokane back in May, and he finally got his first goal with the club in a big way. The header by Gonzalez gets Spokane on the board. Now, he ran into the net, looked pretty bad there, but he would end up being okay. Now, to the 67th minute we go. Free kick for Spokane right here. Cameron Miller slides in for his first professional goal, and we are tied at 2. Pretty big time. Now, it would stay that way until the 88th minute. Richmond on the attack here. Justin Sutko with a hesitation move, and sometimes that's all you need as he finds the net for the score. Heartbreak at the end for Spokane. 3-2 is the final. Now, the Velocity return home next Wednesday to take on Union Omaha. Cougar kickoff almost here. It should be exciting on Saturday.
No doubt.
It's going to be my first one.
Yeah, you're going down with the family.
Yeah, the whole fam. We're going.
All right.
See how it goes. It's going to be hot, Chris.
It is going to be a hot game down there. Here's 4 things to know about your weekend forecast. In the 90s on Saturday, after a cool morning low of 54, we'll stay in the 90s Sunday and Monday. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Overwhelmed with online options? To help you make the upgrade before winter, we're taking 50% off our fall favorites and offering 0% interest, big box prices, and small town service only at your local floor trader.
Buy more, save more during the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 amazing days to get $100 off every $1,000 you spend. With the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed, it's the perfect time to refresh your living room, dining room, bedroom, or fall into a new mattress. Check out special purchases and doorbusters while they last, or get 60 months no interest financing. But hurry, the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Allie S. asks, how many devices can my Wi-Fi handle?
That's an easy one, Allie. The average home has more devices than ever.
But our gateways are engineered to handle hundreds.
So not only will they work today,
they'll also work tomorrow.
That's our new intern.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Power all your devices with fast, reliable Xfinity Internet for just $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Xfinity, bring on the good stuff.
This summer, don't sweat it. Bill's Heating and AC has you covered with the best prices on air conditioners and heat pumps. Guaranteed. With over 3,000 5-star reviews, we're the locally owned company you can trust. Our expert technicians provide fast, reliable service to ensure your home stays comfortable all season long. And should you ever have an issue, we're open 7 days a week to provide immediate help. So what are you waiting for? Call Bill's Heating and AC for your free quote today.
Overwhelmed with online options? To help you make the upgrade before winter, we're taking 50% off our fall favorites and offering 0% interest, big box prices, and small town service only at your local floor trader.
The new season of the Kelly Clarkson Show starts this fall. Here's some numbers by request. How many 90-degree day or higher days have we had? It is one of the ways that climatologists and meteorologists assess the heat of the summer. And as hot as our July was, hottest on record, as you've heard, we had 21 90-degree or higher days. We're not that far above average because we had 0 in May, 1 in June, 2 is our average high. We blew the roof off the place in July. And August right now, we're exactly average. We average 1 in September. So we're sitting at 30. There's 3 more in the forecast. And right now we are at the 15th spot in terms of the number of 90-degree or higher days in Spokane. Again, our average is 21. In 2022, we had 34. That is the 5th. And in 2021, we had 42. That was the record for the most number of 90-degree or higher days in Spokane. We're not going to threaten any records, but we make it into that top 5 location. We have 3 in the forecast, but there's a lot of hot weather to come in September. Our highs today, however, we topped out in the 70s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. I know many of you love temperatures in the 70s. I'm a big fan. Not too hot, not too cool. 73 in Sandpoint, 75 in Bonners Ferry, 80 today in Moscow and Pullman, and 86 in Lewiston. However, if you are planning one more hurrah on the boat and the beach and the water skiing and such, you might like it a little bit warmer. And we do have a heat advisory from Saturday through Monday for some hotter weather on the way. We'll be in the 90s, as I mentioned, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So something to keep in mind. Keep hydrated and watch out for your kids and your elderly friends as well. Friday's highs, 88 in Spokane, 85 in Coeur d'Alene. We'll be in the 90s in Lewiston. May hit 90 in downtown Spokane. If you're headed to pig out in the park, you could definitely do
to shorts and t-shirts. Planning forecast, we do have that slight chance of showers and breezy conditions on Labor Day, mainly late in the day, and then we're back into the 80s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But I wouldn't rule out a few more 90s in our forecast as we get into the following weekend and beyond. So I think September is going to be a warm one.
Well, we want to take a moment to say congratulations to a Spokane broadcasting legend and longtime KXLY sports director.
That is right. After 40 years on TV and radio in the Inland Northwest, today is Dennis Patchen's last day on TV.
Our old friend is finally retiring. Kind of. Dennis came to KXLY in 1984 and worked in this building until 2020. He was part of a legendary sports team with Bud Namick and Rick Lukens, who started the Friday Night Sports Extra, treating high school football games like the Super Bowl. Speaking of Super Bowls, he covered those too, along with Rose Bowls and so many NCAA tournaments with Gonzaga, the first few as the Zags play-by-play voice on the radio. We'll always remember him fondly for his passionate reporting, his trademark line, "Are you kidding me?" and his trademark Hawaiian shirts. But those of us who know Dennis know he couldn't just retire cold turkey. He's now the voice of the Vandals in what he calls a part-time job for the football and basketball seasons. Years ago, he told his wonderful wife, Dorothy, that becoming the voice of the Vandals would be the perfect way to go out, and now he gets to do exactly that.
Oh, so congratulations, my fellow Idahoan, Dennis Patchen. So proud to have worked with you. Thankful for all of your years here at KXLY and excited for our friendship to continue.
Pretty great run.
Yeah, what a legend. Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Your last chance to see your Spokane Indians this season at Avista Stadium is August 27th through September 1st. Highlights of the homestand include Friday, August 30th, Armed Forces Appreciation and Fireworks, presented by Windermere Real Estate. Saturday, August 31st, Washington's Lottery Fireworks Night. And Sunday, September 1st, is AAA Washington's season finale and Fireworks Spectacular. For tickets and game times, go to SpokaneIndians.com.
This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, save thousands of dollars on the best selection of trucks and SUVs during the Big Deal event this week at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
I always get excited when my inventory looks this good.
And that means it's the perfect time to trade up. Plus, this week, get top dollar for your trade-in, including a minimum trade offer. And delay payments until November 1st. Today through this Monday at both Cal locations.
The best moments you voted for.
The best moments
chosen by you. It's Live's Viewer's Choice Encore. Your favorite moments of 23.
Watch live tomorrow at 9, right after GMA.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances. Visit neurostimtms.com or call to schedule your free consultation now.
Labor Day is finally here. It's our biggest savings event of the year, and you'll find huge savings on our newest fall arrivals for every room in your home. During the Labor Day event, you'll get a full 60 months to pay with absolutely no interest and no money down. Or for cash purchases, we'll subtract the tax. Join us this Labor Day weekend with special hours Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Hurry into your local More Furniture showroom for the best selection.
Next ET, Angelina Jolie makes movie moves in Venice.
I'll take it.
Plus, the Beetlejuice crew takes over London. Then, Lee Daniels and Monique's red carpet reunion. Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Take it away.
Tonight.
This is amazing.
Looking for fun?
Stop. The whammy.
Are you in luck?
Stop. Who doesn't want that? We all need that.
Press your luck tonight on ABC.
Your planning forecast, plan for some warm, sunny weather. Enjoy it. fall will really get here eventually, and that'll be it. A little taste of it this week.
As I say, sunscreen up, my fellow Cougs, if you're heading to
my goodness,
Pullman,
yes.
especially if you're on the north side of the stadium and the sun's beating on you the whole time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also have a pool party this weekend for my nephew Eli, so I'll just take a minute to say happy birthday, Eli!
Oh, that's nice.
Have a great night. Thanks for being with us.